appears ordinary till you see the core side of it.
And what you're looking for is the story behind the news.
We bring it to you from Lagos, the commercial capital of Nigeria.
Giving you all sides and political stories round the clock.
Every detail from the start line to the final whistle.
CoreTV News, expanding your view.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on CoreTV News at 7. I am Ebulomo Adekunle. Critics of President Goodluck Jonathan may end up in jail if the threat of the Minister of Police Affairs, Jelili Adesina, is anything to go by. The minister, who spoke on the sideline of the launch of a book in Lagos titled Watch the Watcher, also slammed former President Olusegun Obasanjo for attacking President Goodluck Jonathan and some prominent Nigerians in his recent book, My Watch, whose publication has been stopped by court order. Watch the Watcher, written by political activist Yinka Odumake, by its title, it's obviously directed at Obasanjo. Oluwaseyi Adegoke was at the book launch in Lagos and brought back this report.
Former President Olusegun Obasanjo will by now be wondering at the level of attention being generated by his controversial book, My Watch, presently undergone by a court order. The latest in the gang of critiques of Obasanjo's book is political activist Yinka Odumake, whose book, Watch the Watcher, chronicled the Obasanjo's years as military and civilian leader. This much may have been said by the reviewer of the book, Godini Dara, who, without mincing words, described Obasanjo as a pot, calling the kettle black.
He is motivated to write a book to challenge exaggerated claims of heroic grandeur and accomplishments made by the former president. He hoped that the book will add to the collective memory scars of Nigerians so that they do not suffer the disease of amnesia, which encourages unworthy public men and women to act with impunity.
The occasion offers the perfect opportunity for sympathizers of President Goodluck Jonathan to take a shot at his critics, especially members of the opposition. Chairman of the occasion, Olusegun Oshoba, branded Obasanjo a liar and added that Watch the Watcher was intended to correct all the anomalies and misinformation in My Watch.
It's an event to put the record straight. Many aspects of the book written by President Obasanjo needs serious correction. Like I said, he was at the center of all the negotiation to broker a political agreement between Alliance for Democracy and PDP in 2003. And for him to say that he didn't know nothing about it, I totally disagree with.
For his part, Minister of Police Affairs Jelili Adesina did not disappoint his principal when he took Obasanjo to the cleaners before journalists.
The type of the leader called Obasanjo is a man that speaks between two cheeks. Anything he does in this country, he believes is the best. He's the only saint we have in this country to himself, when Jesus himself never called himself a saint. But Obasanjo will always open his mouth and say all sorts of things. And like I said, there are so many people that are more clever than him. And those are the people whose turn they want to use him now to capture power. But I know the masses of this country will not allow such things.
But he appears not done, as he fired a warning to politicians and others he accused of trying to foment trouble ahead the 2015 general elections.
And I'm warning anybody who make any inflammatory statements, who say anything that is mutinous, will be arrested and prosecuted. They should stop the drum of war.
For those wondering at the aptness of the title of the book, the author, Yinka Odumake, says faith may have worked in his favor, especially at a time when the ripples generated by Obasanjo's book are yet to die.
Among many of our past leaders who have had the opportunity to do the right things for this country, but only remember about such right things only when they leave office. So when I got notice that Obasanjo was on this familiar stuff again, then I just had to quickly pour those ideas on paper so that we can nudge, like I said, our country back into consciousness to know that, look, we should stop calling a thief a chief, you know. So it's to rev us back to life, to know that, look, we should begin to hold people accountable for their actions while they're in office.
The author urged Nigerians to remember at all times that the country belongs to all and nothing should be done to pull it down in words and in deed. Oluwaseyi Adegoke, CoreTV News, Lagos.
Monday's threats of arrest and prosecution of any member of the opposition over uncomplimentary remarks against President Goodluck Jonathan's administration by the Minister of Police Affairs, Jalili Adesina, has drawn the ire of the All Progressives Congress. One of the party's chieftains in Lagos, Funsho Ologunde, kicked against the minister's threat and advised the Nigerian police to stop being partisan and stick to the principles of democracy in order to prevent chaos in the country during the 2015 general elections.
We shall remain undaunted in the face of threats and harassment and intimidation by all security agencies, the police, the military, the SSS. We will not be intimidated or harassed in any respect because we know that the mind of the people is with us. They are looking, they are waiting patiently, they are eager for a change in governance at the national level. We have had enough of the nonsense from PDP and had been created out of police that have become more efficient than the police itself. It's an unfortunate thing. One had thought that with the progressive decimation of the police, to leave them to handle the core police functions, they will become more efficient. Unfortunately, rather than become more efficient, they have become more and more partisan.
He described INEC's redeployment of its 36 resident electoral commissioners across the country as nothing new and admonished the electoral body to come out clean in order to avoid violence in the 2015 general elections.
Redeployment does not mean that efficiency would improve in INEC. Does not mean that the partiality of the INEC, which has consistently been in favor of the PDP, would change. Nigerians should just pray that something happens spiritually to INEC organization and its officials to make them tread the path of democracy. Because the number one undemocratic organization in Nigeria is INEC.
If wishes were horses, beggars would ride. This popular saying best captures the thinking of the Oyo PDP governorship candidate, Teslim Folari, who already sees himself as the next governor of the state. Folari says improving education and job creation rather than embarking on foreign investment drive will engage his attention if voted into power come 2015. He made this known at his residence when he received a crowd of supporters from Ibadan Southeast local government area of the state who came to felicitate with him. Omatayalo completes the story.
It was an atmosphere filled with excitement and hope with the specific goal of jointly endorsing the Oyo State's PDP governorship candidate as the preferred man for the governorship seat come 2015. For these supporters from Ibadan Southeast, members who defected as a result of the gubernatorial candidate's emergence from the party do not pose any threat to Teslim Folari's fate at the polls. An opinion shared by Folari himself, who says his administration will birth the new dawn that people of Oyo yearn for.
Education and job creation. Education, because that is what underpins everything you're trying to do. That's very important. If you don't get that right, that's the foundation of everything, so you must get it right. We won't waste our time, I keep saying, traveling around the world looking for foreign investment. No, we won't do that. We'll be talking with these youths and unemployed to see how they can start small. And before you know, the small will grow to become big.
With the build-up to the 2015 elections, Folarin says he is not jittery on what the outcome will be, while appealing to the people of the state to vote with their conscience.
The difference between the incoming administration, which will be a PDP one, like I keep saying, is that we would have people at the heart of our policies. It's very simple. Once you have people at the heart of your policies, then you know that government is for the people. You have to strike the balance right. So it's having people at the heart of the policy. And I think the other thing this government gets what they get wrong is they sit in their offices and think they know what the problems are. You've got to talk to people. You've got to connect with people. Today we were talking to some teachers and I said to them, look, we don't claim to know anything. I'm not a teacher, I'm not a principal. You tell us what you want. You tell us what you want, we'll tell you whether it's possible. And between us, talking to each other, we'll come to the solution. And that's what we'll do. And believe me, it will make a lot of difference.
On the road to who becomes the next governor of Oyo State, while different political parties prepare in-house, the ultimate decision lies with the electorate, who determines the choice candidate's fate at the polls. Omotayo Alo, CoreTV News, Ibadan.
Lagos State Governor Babatunde Fashola has again called on Nigerians to vote for the APC presidential flag bearer Muhammadu Buhari and other candidates of the party in the 2015 general elections. Fashola, who made the call at a town hall meeting with artisans, tradesmen and farmers in Lagos, added that an APC-led government will put the nation back on its track. Abiola Oluwale's report is presented from a studio.
The meeting is aimed at galvanizing support for the APC from artisans, tradesmen and farmers in Lagos ahead of the 2015 general elections. While speaking at the meeting, Fashola reeled out reasons why Nigerians should not vote the PDP in the next election due to what he called failed electoral promises from President Goodluck Jonathan. Fashola says Buhari-Osinbajo's combination is capable of changing the tide of development in the country for good.
If you elect the ticket of Buhari and Osinbajo, you will have rescued Nigeria from destruction. Trust is important. Promises are important. People should not promise things that they cannot do. And that is why we continue to say that we want a debate. The time for campaign of I have no shoes is over. This campaign is going to be about what the current government has done. And I am ready to defend my record of 8 years on any platform, wherever it is set.
Fashola also appealed to Lagosians to vote for continuity by electing Akinwumi Ambode as the next governor of Lagos State.
Because our party, the APC, has picked our gubernatorial flag bearer, Mr. Akinwumi Ambode, who I know very well, who has worked with me, and I'm sure that if you vote for him, quote me, I make that promise here, not only will he continue, he will improve on what I have done.
In their remarks, Yemi Osinbajo and Akinwumi Ambode say voting for candidate of PDP will not only continue the ongoing poverty in the country, but will also neutralize the ongoing development in Lagos.
Our party, all of us together, and all Progressives Congress, we want to take good care of your businesses. We are going to take Lagos to that next level.
The leadership of the artisans promised to support candidates of the APC in all the elections in Lagos, as political gladiators strategize to win the support of the electorate ahead of the general elections. All Nigerians are seeking for is free and fair polls.
In a related development, Kwara State Governor Abdul Fattah Ahmed has charged Nigerians to carefully elect leaders who have the political will to fight insecurity in the country. Ahmed, who gave the charge while speaking with journalists in Ilorin, the Kwara state capital, says indecisive leadership has caused insecurity to fester and unchecked in Nigeria for too long. He also called on Nigerians to vote the combination of Buhari and Osinbajo come 2015 in order to achieve good governance for the country.
Like I said, you see, Nigerians are at a crossroads where they will need to decide whether they want everything to continue the way it is now or they want a change for a better situation. And I think Nigerians of today are looking beyond just collecting money from politicians. Nigerians of today are seriously concerned with the security situation. And I think these are the areas that will help to shape who they will choose to lead Nigeria into a situation of proper security, a situation of improved economic levels, and a situation of improved infrastructure. No doubt, we've seen the duo of Buhari and Osinbajo, who are two men of impeccable characters, who have demonstrated that they stand above board, who have demonstrated that we can leave the fate of Nigeria in their hands.
Ahmed tasks Nigerians on the need to be prayerful, especially on the state of the nation's economy in 2015.
We are very sure that Nigeria is going to go through a change process which will usher in a new direction for good governance in Nigeria and would give hope to Nigerians. No doubt the economy is not looking too interesting, as it were, but the potentials that are inherent in it is what Nigerians should look forward to tapping and making available those areas that will make life better for Nigerians. As it is, I see hope, I see strong opportunities, but I think it can only be supported with strong sense of focus and steadfast prayers. This will surely make Nigeria a better place, inshallah, in 2015.
The All Progressives Congress in Ekiti State has finally elected its flag bearer for the Ekiti South Senatorial District. The primary, which has been inconclusive on 4 occasions, has finally produced the incumbent senator representing the district at the National Assembly, Tony Adeniyi, as candidate of the party. Rashid monitored the exercise in Ikere-Ekiti and filed in this report.
After several protests that greeted the primary of the APC in Ekiti South Senatorial District over allegation of imposition, the exercise finally held amidst tight security at Ikere-Ekiti. 3 aspirants jostle for the keenly contested seat. They include the incumbent Tony Adeniyi and Ayoleke Adu. The 3rd aspirant, Oluremi Olorunleke, however, stepped down minutes before the exercise began.
But I directed everybody. I'm the most mobile politician in this senatorial district. But for me, I decided to sacrifice my ambition, step down my ambition, directed everybody to vote for Senator Tony Adeniyi based on the ugly developments that happen. And the developments are in everything. It is God that gives power. There is nothing you get by force.
The primary, which had 1,936 delegates from 64 wards comprising 6 local government areas of Ekiti South Senatorial District, was a hard battle fought between the remaining 2 contestants.
Tony.
The incumbent Senator Tony Adeniyi finally carried the day, polling 1,335 votes, while Ayoleke Adu scored 575 votes. Here is Adeniyi on the outcome of the exercise.
We, don't let me say hi, those who supported me pulled their efforts together to make sure that the young man was thoroughly trounced, and I think he will have learned some little lessons about politics. So I give God the glory and attribute it to my very good friends.
The party leadership and electoral officers expressed happiness at the final conclusion of the primaries.
So far, so good. There have been no issues. We have been doing the thing according to the law.
The right stand has been taken now. So everybody is cooperating. The three aspirants are here today, witnessing what is happening, and it's been transparently done.
The stage is now set for the mother of all battle in the senatorial district between Adeniyi and Abiodun Olujimi of the PDP come February 2015. Rashid, CoreTV News, Ikere Ekiti.
It's the CoreTV News at 7. We'll take a break and we'll be back with more stories. Don't go away.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce someone special here tonight whose understanding, knowledge, and support has truly made our juice company prosper.
I wonder what goes into making this.
You'd be amazed. It often starts from the farm, where fresh fruits are grown and carefully sorted, and straight on to the factory, where they are pressed, processed, and packaged. Then off they go again, this time to large distributors like you, and retail shops, where people buy and pay with ease.
You seem to know quite a lot about this. You work for the juice company then?
I suppose I do.
Please join me in welcoming our business banking service partner, Stanbic IBTC Bank, to partnerships that move us forward. Stanbic IBTC Bank, moving forward.
I no longer worry about deodorant stains with Nivea Invisible for black and white deodorant. No white marks on black and no yellow stains on white. My black stays black and white stays white longer. And I stay 48 hours protected. New Invisible for black and white deodorant from Nivea.
Also available, Nivea Men Invisible for black and white deodorant from Nivea Men.
Thank you for being there. And for more news and other information, you can visit a social media platform. On Facebook, it's facebook.com/CoreTV News. Our Twitter handle at CoreTV News MG. And on YouTube, it's youtube.com/CoreTV, little space, then news. The Independent National Electoral Commission has redeployed all 37 resident electoral commissioners ahead the 2015 elections. The commission posted the new postings on its website and indicated that all handover formalities have to be concluded on or before Wednesday, December 31st. Some of the highlights include the redeployment of Mike Egini from Delta to Edo State. Rufus Akeju moves from Lagos to Oyo, while Akin Orebi is transferred from Ogun to Lagos State. The new REC in the FCT is Jacob Jatau, who until now was in Nasarawa State. Inspector General of Police Suleiman Abba has assured families of police personnel who died in the line of duty in Nasarawa State of their entitlements. The operatives died in an ambush by members of the Ombatse militia group about 1 year ago in Alakio. Speaking in Lafia, the Inspector General says the police under his watch is committed to the plight of serving and retired police personnel, as well as families of those who died in action. Abba added that the police will not relent in its search for the police officers who went missing during a Boko Haram attack on the mobile force training camp in Goza, Borno State. He also announced a cash donation of 500,000 naira to the families of each of the 14 missing mobile police officers. Nigeria's military has denied claims in a section of the foreign media that Cameroonian fighter jets struck Boko Haram targets on Nigerian soil. It, however, said it would launch an investigation to quote satisfy peddlers of strange claims and stories unquote. Defense Headquarters insists in a series of tweets on Monday night through its Twitter handle that all ongoing air operations against the insurgents in Nigeria are solely carried out by the Nigerian Air Force. And that's it on Core TV News at 7. Join me again at 9:45 for the primetime news. Thank you for watching. I am Ebulomo Adekunle.